The Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer appeared to be clashing with unions after refusing to back down on the two-child benefit cap. I'm going to read this more from iNews, guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here with an article from iNews. The headline is Keir Starmer clashes with unions after refusing to back down on the two-child benefit cap. There was hope within the party that Labour leader would soften his stance around the two-child cap after a backlash. That does not appear to be the case. The Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has seen off attempts to push the party into committing to repeal the two-child benefit cap and toughen up workers' rights in its election manifesto. Sir Keir set himself up for a clash with the party's union backers after he refused to compromise at a meeting of the party's National Policy Forum this weekend. The policy document produced by the forum, which will make up the initial framework of Labour's next manifesto, contains no underfunded spending commitments, a spokesperson said. Not promising anything, sitting on the fence. Sitting on the fence. That's how it looks to me. We don't want someone sitting on the fence. We want someone telling us exactly what they're going to do, and he won't do that. There was hope within the party that the leadership would soften its wording after the two-child cap, which experts argue is detrimental to tackling child poverty, after Sir Keir refused to commit to scrapping it sparks backlash in the days leading up to the forum. But senior party sources said there was no concessions or promises to review the policy in the future. Unions and affiliated groups were also gearing up to push the leadership into toughening up policies on workers' rights to promise collective bargaining. And there were also calls to promise to introduce universal free school meals. Both of these were also unsuccessful. The universal free school meals I don't understand that one. I don't understand why he's against that one. That is a blatant obvious one. Unite, the union's biggest backer, said it was unable to support in full because of the section on workers' rights contained a weakening of languages around zero-hour contracts. In a statement, the union said the process was chaotic and accused the leadership of pushing ahead with changes without sharing the details. See, the thing is, what I feel like is that Labour don't want the unions anymore, and they'd rather be pushed around by Tory. I was going to say Tory donors, which is not the case, but a lot of donors who originally put their money into the Conservatives are now putting their money into Labour and getting their ears in there. And it seems the unions are just not getting much as I say as they used to. Unite was unable to back the document in full as it clearly crossed the reunion's red lines, including around workers' rights and a collective bargain, an area which needs root and unbranched change, not just tinkering around the edges, the union said. The process in Nottingham was also chaotic, with an attempt to push through changes to the policy document without first sharing them with the conference participants, including Unite. As in any negotiation, you simply don't sign up to something without all the details and understand the impact on our members and workers more widely. As the general election draws nearer, Keir Starmer has to prove Labour will deliver for workers, and we need clear policies on this. The policy forum met in the wake of the row over the two-child benefit cap, and London Mayor Sadiq Khan's low emission zones, which was blamed for Labour's narrowing, losing a crucial by-election in Uxbridge and South Ruislip. Party insiders have been privately complaining about Sir Keir and Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves's iron grip on policy announcements, and some have accused them of shutting out members of the Shadow Cabinet. There is also internal frustration about a long-awaited reshuffle, which is initially expected after the May local elections but not yet taken place, looming over the heads of Shadow Cabinet ministers. We don't feel like we are winning, and I feel like it's telling despite considerable ahead in the polls, one party source says. People are fed up and tired and frustrated that the reshuffle is looming over our heads because Keir is being indecisive. A Labour spokesperson refused to comment on when a reshuffle of Sir Keir's top team might take place. They said the weekend gathering had laid the groundwork for an election-winning manifesto for the party. Labour's democratic policy-making programme has endorsed Keir Starmer's programme and his 5 missions for government, and the physical rules that he and Rachel Reeves have set out, spokesperson said. This is a serious, credible and ambitious policy programme that lays out the groundwork for an election-winning manifesto and a mission-driven Labour government that will build a better Britain. But with no details. There is no underfunding spending commitments in the document this weekend. And it's another proof that shows that Keir Starmer has changed the Labour Party and is ready to change the country in government built on the rocks of economic responsibility, strong and physical rules. Left-wing grassroots group Momentum, which has supported the union's demands, said that the weekend has been a missed opportunity for the party. Trade unions and party members brought amendments on urgent popular policies like a £15 minimum wage, strengthening working rights and free school meals, but at least figures of conversations had paid into any hope for a bold and transformative policy we need. Worse, Starmer's deadship refusal to commit to scrap heritage Tory policies like the two-child cap and the anti-protest laws means that an undemocratic and unequal status quo risks being left in place under a Labour government. Britain deserves better. But the GMB said the forum had delivered significant advances for working people. Labour now has a policy programme that will make a real difference for workers and industries they work in, a spokesperson said. After several days of negotiations, GMB has secured a historic commitment to strengthening equal pay rights, having shipbuilding contracts to do more support, skills and defence of communities, and new rights that will strengthen our members' ability to organise. Labour also accepts GMB's amendments and committed to reinstating the schools support staff negotiating body that was shamefully scrapped under the Tories, finally delivering reconciliation and better treatment for our members in schools. GMB members need change after 13 years of Conservative run in the country and workers' standing of living down. It's time for a general election and Labour is the only party that is committed to fighting for the working people. A Labour Party spokesperson said, "Our new deal for working people will be the biggest levelling up for worker rights in decades and it's a chance to finally make a pay for this country after years of stagnation. The new deal for working people is a core part of our manifesto and our policy offer is a key part of our plan to create a stronger, fairer economy." The two-child benefit cap. I did not initially have the best of understandings for it before. But I do have a better understanding now. And it does need to be scrapped. It has stopped people from having children. That is for sure. And especially in this cost of living crisis when you can't even afford to make ends meet yourself, you're going to be put off from having a child when you want to have children. And people should be encouraged to have children, in my opinion. So I think we do need to scrap it now at this point. It's not helping at all. I still think Sir Keir Starmer is wrong to not change on that, but and I think that the shadow cabinet are kind of just sitting on stepping stones, just try not to say anything that will undermine him and his policies. And it's kind of, but it feels like he says something and then everyone else has to go with it, when literally like days ago or a week ago their shadow ministers out there saying that we're going to be doing this, and then Keir Starmer says something else a week later, and then all of a sudden everyone else has to follow the tow line. It's not very clear. That's for sure. It's not very clear. So I'm glad the unions are still part of Labour, but I do feel like at the same time, like if it was down to Keir Starmer, you probably want to get rid of them. I don't trust the man. I'd like to think, he knows what he's doing, but I just think there's forces in play that are kind of hamstringing him into what he can do and what he can't do and what he can say and what he can't say, in my opinion. But what do you guys think of the two-child benefit cap? What do you guys think of his refusing to back down? Do you think he will U-turn on this when or if they get into power? Let me know down in the comments below. Like, share and subscribe as always. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you all very, very soon.